Now that we've been through a Dreamweaver website and you see a little bit of how code works and how you can build a website from scratch, I'm now going to show you the easiest way to do it. And we're going to work in Wix. Okay, so I'm going to pretend that I've never been in Wix before, and I'm going to walk you through setting up how you're going to start using your website. The coolest part of this is it's all cloud-based. You could use all the same pictures you used in your other website. You still have that folder if you want. But once you upload them into Wix, they're there. You don't have to worry about keeping a folder on your desktop. You don't have to worry about saving information or uploading it to the web when you're done. It's all done for you. So since I have several websites under my name with Wix, I'm going to create a website for my dog, Julie. That way I can walk through the process with you. So the first thing you're going to do is go to Wix.com. Okay, and there'll be directions for this on Moodle. And once we get there, you're going to have to sign up. So I'm going to pretend that I don't have an account. Hopefully it'll let me do that. And I'm going to start now. So we want to go here to sign up because this would be once you've already had an account, you sign in all the time to it. So I'm going to go to sign up. So I put in an email address. I put in, no, I'm not going to do that, a password, and it takes me right to this spot here. And I want you, once you sign up, to go to Other. Okay, we're going to build a site, and we do not want to use this side. This side does all the work for you. I don't want you to do that. I want you to start with the Wix editor, because when you start with the Wix editor, then you can always update, and it's really easy to do. So I want you to be able to do it that way. If you had to do a site really, really fast and wanted somebody else to do it, you use the other one and it kind of pops everything into place for you. But it's really not as much fun. So now you're going to pick a template. And this is one of the hardest parts of the whole project, is to pick a template. But I'm going to try to pick a simple one here. You can also go over here and you can put personal site, and these are personal coach, personal site. So these are more ones that would be for you with a resume, or your about you to get a job, which is what I would recommend. I usually play around with this one, so I'm going to go to this one. I'm going to hit edit. Now the cool thing about this is you don't have to keep the pink. You obviously don't keep the girl's face, but you trade everything out. And I'm just going to give you an overview today of how you do that, the different parts of the Wix site and where you go to do different things, and then you'll play around with it. Again, you'll have to build a 4-page website. If you want to watch the video, you go right ahead. I've seen it before and I know how to work this site, so I'm not going to do that. But each week I will give you something more to do to add to the site. But this week I just want you to get your 4 pages in order and somewhat attractive. Okay, and that's going to take you some time. So whenever you want to work, I always close this little toolbar area. And the cool thing about that is that you can just go up here to tools and find all that stuff. If you click, if you click back on tools, it'll show up again, but I prefer not to have it in my way, so I close it up, okay? Over here are where you add things. So right now we're on the home page, and I have a much smaller computer than you, so it looks a little smushed in, but say I want to click on this one, and I want to change this column's background, okay? I will just go click on it, and I can come up with anything I want. See, now it completely becomes that. The girl goes away. I can do anything I want with this background. And I can add my own image, which if you click on, you will see that there are no images in here yet because I have to upload them. What I can do is I can either use the free Wix images that come and they're generic, or I can upload my own image. And since this is going to be Julie's website, I have a set of pictures that are Julie. And let's see, I think I'll go with this one. Yeah, that's a good one. And I wait for it to upload. It takes a moment for it to upload. And then I put done. And then I say I want to change my background to the picture I have highlighted, and Julie will take over. And then I can move this picture around and play with it all I want. Okay, so that's how you will do that part of it. Now we come over here and say I want to change the text. I just click on it once and I hit edit text, okay? And I want to change this part of the text to Julie, the dog. And if I want to change the size, the color, whatever I want to change, I think I want to change the color of this part, and I want to make it brown, because Julie's brown and white. And so now she's good. And I don't really like the color pink that much, so I click over here and you see it squares it off in the blue, and I want to change the background color, and maybe I want the color to be like a, oh, let's go with a, oh gosh, that's terrible. Oh, there you go. Yeah, for now. Oh, that's ugly too. Anyway, you get the idea. Okay, I'll leave it right there. That's a good one. Yellow. Oh, it just went green. There we go, yellow. And now I want to come down and look at this dialogue here. Well, this talks about San Francisco, so I want to click on it. And I want to say, my name is Julie, and I am a dog, and I live in Georgia. So I can do that. And maybe I want to change that color to brown as well. So I come over here. As you can see, this is really easy to play around in, okay? So I want you to get your page happy here, whatever you want to do with it. This stuff you click on, you can delete. If you don't like any of this in here, these are all little boxes that have been added. I can just hit the delete button, click on this one, hit the delete button. I could get rid of all of this. I may not like this at all. See, you could just click on them and remove them. Another cool thing you can do, this is a message, a contact. Now, in order to use this, I would leave this. This is always a good thing to have on your home page. You want to set up your email. So you're going to go in here, and here's the email address. You want to put a second email in. Do you want to add your name? There are things you can add to it, or the different things in boxes you want to add to it. Name, phone, address. You can click on them and they will show up. Let's say I want to add phone on there too. So I add phone and I hit OK. And now phone has been added to the box. You see how easy it is? You don't have to do a lot of work. You can go into settings, or you can go into layout. Maybe you want it different, set up differently. You can play with it. The design itself, do you want it a different color? So this is the first page. Okay, say I'm happy with this. As you can see here, there is a social media bar here. Odd little place for it, but it can be moved. I can move it over here. I can change it out. What you can do is you can completely change it by clicking on it. First of all, you have to add your social media in. So once you click on it, you will say click on your Facebook. And then over here, you have to put in your Facebook's address, or else it's going to go to Wix Facebook, okay? And you want that to be a web address, and you want to put in your Facebook page. Julie doesn't have one, so I can't really do that. And then for Twitter, if you use Twitter, you do the same thing. You come over here and you put in your Twitter account. And you want it to always open in a new window, right? Remember new from Dreamweaver? We want it to open in a new window. So you do that for all. If you have a YouTube channel. If you don't have a YouTube channel, then you hit this little icon right here and it puts it in the trash. And then you can put your Instagram in. Just put in your Instagram address. So go to Instagram, copy your address, paste it in, and you're all done. Once you're done here, you could add images, different images to this. So let's say you don't, sorry. This will happen to you when you first start. It's saying to you right now, we need to save everything you've done so far, but we need to give your site a name to do so. So where this says my site, you want to change that to your name. So I'm going to just put Julie and save. Stop. So once you have them all set up, you hit done. You can also go here to layouts and change the layout. Do you want your icons to be horizontal instead of vertical? Perfect. Then we can move them up here. It's in the header now, which means it's going to be, what that just said, if it's in the header section, it'll be on all of your pages, which is great because you want your social media on all your pages. And then I can just go in and delete these little boxes here that were put in because that girl liked it. What was her name? I forgot to get her name. Oh, edit undo, I just accidentally hit something and now I have to go back one. Okay, so this is the undo button. Just got back what I did wrong. Remember that is there. This is undo, this is redo. Really cool stuff, okay? Now, you notice we only have one page on this website, the home page. Here's how you make your other 3 pages. You go up here to this little drop-down box, and you click on here, and you add page. You want to add a page right now, okay? Just a page, and it will come up, and you want to name it About, let's say, okay? And that's what that page is going to look like because that's the background I hit accidentally. And then we want to add another page and we want to name it Media. And hit done there. And then we want to add another page and we want to name it Contact, right? Because those are our 4 pages. Unless you want to name them something else. And the great thing here is now I can take it and I can rearrange them. I don't have to have them in any specific order. Maybe I like About to come second and then Media. All right, so once I have these all set up, wherever I click to is the page I'm working on. So let me click on the About page. This is the About page right now. I want to change out this background because I did this by accident. It's a cute background, but nothing to do with Julie. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to make it just a solid white for now. Okay, just so that I can show you how this is done. Now I want to put in text. So I'm going to go over here to add. And once you get to other pages, these side things get smaller and it's much easier to use, okay? So we want to hit add. And what do I want to add? Look at all these things I can add to this page. It's simply amazing. And this is why I want to give you some time to play with it. All right, so I want to add text. So I'm going to click on text. And I want to do a site title first. Or do I want a large header? That's a tough decision. I'm going to go large header. So I'm just going to click on that and it appears. I'm going to move it just by dragging it, and then I'm going to edit the text like I showed you, and I want the text to be black because, again, not a pink kind of girl, and then I'm going to name it All About Julie. Okay, now I want to add a paragraph so I can talk about Julie, right? So I'm going to add. And this time I'm going to add a paragraph. It says, I am a paragraph. And that's what's going to show up. I'm going to enlarge it. See how easy this is? It's so simple. And then I want to edit text. And I'm going to say, my name. Oh, it's white. Look at that. So we have to change the text to black or whatever color you choose. And then we can go back in. My name is Julie. This is why you also want to cut and paste. This is easier. And I belong to Susan Cardillo and James Emmerich. That's my husband. We live in Clarksville. By the time you're reading this, we won't, but we are moving to Hartford, Connecticut. All right, so that's my little paragraph, just so that I can show you how it's done. And then once it's done, I want to move it, right? So let's just say, see, I want, ooh, even with the page, look at that. dead even. It shows you exactly where it is, so you don't have to worry about dibs or anything. Now I want to add another picture of Julie to this page just because I want to. So I'm going to go to Add. So all of your working stuff is over here. You're going to go to Image, and I'm going to upload image. I'm going to upload a new image because I already used that one, and I'm going to pick, I'm going to choose it. So as you can see, it's more about playing around with this site, and that's why I'm giving you 2 weeks to get your 4 pages just set up and together. So you'll have this week and next week to do it. We'll just have a forum for you to, share with us what you learned, what you did. And all right, so here's Julie, right? So I'm going to move her now just by dragging it. I want to get her centered. Where's the, oh, there it is. There's the center. Now, say I think that that's too big. Well, it's never too big for Julie. I can just take her and I can make her smaller. I can just drag it in. Okay, now I probably want to recenter it. Where's the center now? There it is. Oh, there it is. There it is, center. So this one, because I made the box longer, my centering is different. You get what I'm saying? Now, oh, there it is. Now we're centered. So you have to play around with each of these pages. Here, if you want to bring it down, you just take this and you drag it down. My computer's working really slow, but you just move things around. So am I all about Julie? Now, of course, we want more than that. Oh, and did we notice something? Our social media toolbar is white. So we're going to need to go in on the home page, and we're going to have to change the colors of our social media toolbar. So let's go back to the home page. And we're going to click on our social media toolbar, and we want to look at, see, the spacing's really wide on it too, by the way. You can make the spacing a little smaller. See how they come together as you move down. And what I believe we've done here is we've chosen one that is only white. So let's go in and let's look for social. Look down here. So add social. We may want to just change out that social media toolbar if we're going to use white. So here they are in black. Okay. So we want to hit on that one and add it in black instead. Okay. So we can take this one, delete it, this one, move it into the head if you choose to. Maybe you want to move it into the footer, which also goes to every page. And as you can see now, all of my icons are here, but the other page is white. So we're going to have to change the color of these icons. So I can click on this paintbrush here and look for different menu styles. And that one looks pretty good for what I need it for. We'll see as we go. You can always change it again. And maybe I want to move it up a little bit. And this over a little bit. It's all really easy to do. And you're just going to have to judge it based on how your 4 pages look together. So let me go back now to my About page, my All About Julie page. And look and see how that looks to me. I'll close that up. Everything's a little one-sided, so we may want to play around with that a little bit. You can move it here. It moves on all your pages, though. That's something you need to know. And maybe you want to move your bar to the center as well. So let's go back and look and see how that looks on the home page. Does that look awkward with the split home page? No, that doesn't look so bad. We'll leave it for now. Then we go to the media page, and that'll be a blank, or this picture, and we change out the background. So you're going to do this for all 4 of your pages, okay? I'm just going to pick, we'll pick bananas for now, just so that I have something there. And media we're going to do after you work on this for 2 weeks. I'm going to show you how to add in your media and your audio and your blogging. Okay, if you want to go ahead and play around with it, you're welcome to. And then there's your contact page, where you can very simply add in a map as well. So again, I'm going to change out this page just so it looks completely different. We'll put stars in just for fun. So once you have your background in place on your contact page, you can come over here to add, and under contact, I've already put in this contact page, and then you can also put in your map, which is so easy to do. You just take it and you pop it in, and now you have to click on it so you can change the address. And then you want to change this to my house, or wherever you could put the college, is probably wise of you. I won't be living in this house anymore. So see, when this part pops up, it says my house. So this is a little small, so we're going to make it bigger. Maybe across the top, center it. And we have somewhat of a contact page. You're going to have to set up this one as well. It's already set up for you, and see what you want to have on it. And then your contact page is pretty well done. Remember to make sure that, I have too many of these on here. I don't use Pinterest, so I would take that off. But for the next 2 weeks, you are going to fill out your 4 pages, okay? So you're going to play around with this. There is a whole lot of stuff to add here. And there's also widgets you can add in them. We'll talk about that in a couple of weeks, that ads we can do on top. So you can add boxes, you can add buttons, you can add a slideshow, which is really cool, and they're pretty self-explanatory, or galleries. Galleries are really fun too, so that's a bunch of pictures on a page. So there's a lot of fun things you can do with Wix. And I want you to fill out your 4 pages, make them pretty, make them the way you want them. And for this week, I want you to take a screenshot of your home page for us, and I want you to put it into the forum that we entitle Wix homepage. And I want you to tell everybody how it's been working with Wix. I hope you've enjoyed this. It's a whole lot of fun to play around in, and I'm going to give you 2 weeks on this assignment, and then I'll be back with some other things you can do in Wix. One last thing I forgot to tell you, and this is really important. You have to make sure you save. And I would save fairly often, because if you don't save, the work you do is not going to be there when you get back. So you're going to save your project, and you'll make sure it says Julie there, or whatever the name of your project is, and done. Once you're ready to publish it, you just publish it, and then everyone can see it when you give them the link. But for now, just save it. Make sure you save it.